So as always, I don't know what I'm doing, so your girl forgot to film an intro. So here we go. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. What do I do with him? I don't know what to do with him. Are you bothered by him? Like, sometimes I'm bothered by him, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm not. He's so big, he only like fits in my bed. Like, I don't know. You guys let me know. Does he bother you? I'll kick him out. Tell me I won't, I'll do it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here right now. I don't know what it was about today, but I was just like, I just want to sit here and I want to film and I want to talk all about makeup. So that's what I'm doing today. Today I am doing a full face, kind of not really, of makeup that I have bought during quarantine. The eyeshadow palette that I tried out today was actually the first time that I used it, and so was the bronzer. But a couple other things in here I've already had for a little bit now, and I've already used them. So I give you my opinions on that in this video. So yeah, if you guys want to see what Miss Shelsie has been spending her money on in quarantine, then yes, please keep watching. Okay, so I have already put on my primer. I used the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer on my skin. And I just didn't mention that just because I've had that primer for a while and it's not something that I bought in quarantine. But the first thing that I did buy in quarantine was I finally gave in and bought the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This foundation has been around for, I believe, a hot minute now, and I don't know, I always hear mixed reviews about it, that if anything, the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear is a dupe for this foundation, and I love this foundation. It's truly one of my favorites, not even because it's cheap, it's just the finish of it is beautiful. So I don't know, I kind of wanted to try this out. I was also in a mood just to buy a bougie foundation, so I figured why not. I've been wanting this one for a while, so I was gonna go for it. Now ignore the color. I do have self tanner on right now, so I do have a color that's way deeper. This honestly probably is still a little too deep for me, but I leave for the beach tomorrow, so maybe I'll get some sun. And at the same time, my concealer kind of lightens it up regardless. I've used this foundation already. When I got it, I think I've used it probably a good like 2 times since I've got it now, and I will say this foundation is honestly, I think it's gorgeous on the skin, especially once you set it with powder. This foundation just looks like airbrushed on the skin. It looks so good. So I definitely would get it again once I run out. I think it's perfect, especially for the summer. My favorite foundation to use in the winter is Fenty Beauty's Pro Filter Matte Foundation, but this one I can definitely see it being the moves for a hot minute right now. I think it looks so good. Well, I cannot seem to get away from this concealer. Like with this concealer from CoverGirl, I think it's called, what is it called? Their True Blend Undercover Concealer. I love this concealer, and I don't think anybody talks about it. You definitely need to set it, and especially you need to bake it in there too in order for it to not crease on you during the day. But if you're okay with spending a little bit more time on that part, or if you already do that in your makeup routine, then this is, I really think this is a gem. I love this stuff. From here, I'm not gonna set my face just yet because I did pick up the new Fenty Beauty Cream bronzers. It looks like this. Mine is in the shade Honey Glaze, and so far so good. For a person that doesn't really use cream bronzers and cream blushes a whole lot, I really enjoy this. It's super easy to work with. It blends like a dream, and especially it's not too pigmented to the point where as soon as you put color on, you can't move it around. This stuff blends beautifully, and I've really been enjoying this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on my cheeks. Now to do this step, this is my favorite brush to use. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Alright, as you guys can see, that was super fast, super easy. I've always been, not gonna lie, kind of scared of cream bronzers and cream contours and stuff, but this really just makes it so easy. It's not scary at all, like I said, because the pigment on it is not too strong, that it works gorgeously. So from here, I'm gonna go ahead and powder my face and I'll be right back. So I've powdered my face. I only baked a little bit, not a little bit, a lot actually, under my eyes, on my nose, a little bit on my forehead and my chin, and then right here around my nose. But everywhere else still doesn't have powder because I finally, after like 3 years now, bought her. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder by Charlotte Tilbury. Everybody raves about this powder and I've only used it once. It was a couple days ago where I went out with some friends and it seemed fine, but I also wasn't in the position to really care what my makeup looked like by the end of the night. So we're really gonna try it out today. Looks like I got mine in the shade 2 medium. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some powder on my under eyes, even though I have some on there anyway, and then just kind of set the rest of my face with it. Alright, this powder is definitely nice. My pores look like they're gone. So far, I really like this powder. I think it's gonna take a little bit of a different makeup routine and just using it over and over again to see really if this is worth the money that it costs. But we'll see. The same brand, Charlotte Tilbury, she just came out with new bronzers, so I decided to pick one of those up too. It comes in almost the same compact. These are the same price, and for whatever reason, Miss Bronzer is like 3 times the size. But it is what it is. I got mine in the shade 2. I wish I would have gotten it in the shade 3, but when I went to even see if I can reorder that, it's sold out. So we're gonna see if this works. I definitely think it will. I just am more of a person that likes more of a orangey undertone in their bronzer. Try this out and let's pick it up on a Morphe E53. This is one of my favorite bronzer brushes. And we're gonna set our bronzer because I didn't use that powder on top of my bronzer. So we're gonna just set it with this. Oh my God, hold on. Alright, so first things first is you need very little of this when you're going in because it's actually really pigmented. For whatever reason, I didn't think it was going to be that pigmented, but no, it's definitely pigmented, so you only need a little bit when you're going in. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's looking a little bit splotchy right here, but that could also be because I didn't set this with like actual powder. I didn't set that cream bronzer with the actual powder. Every time I've used the cream bronzers before, I don't put any powder on my face unless it's under my eyes, and that's about it. So maybe that's why, I don't know, maybe the Fenty cream bronzer just doesn't like to be set with powder. It's nothing too bad though, like it's almost like not even noticeable. I don't even know if you can see it on camera, but I'm not mad at this. I do think it looks pretty. I think the color also looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. So I'm actually going to go back into the first powder that we went in with, the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I'm just gonna take one of these flat makeup sponges and I'm gonna bake right here. I'm just gonna leave this here just until I finish my eyes, but first I am going to do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. All right, so brows are on, the face is coming together. Why'd I do that? I don't know. Anyway, for eyeshadow, I have 2 options, well 3 options, but I'm not doing the 3rd option, at least not today. That'll be another fun thing that we'll do another time. But I have 2 sets of these little Kaja trios. These are little eyeshadow trios. They're called the Beauty Bento Trios. I saw this on Sephora and I thought they were so cute, especially since, I'm not gonna lie, palettes sometimes really, they just confuse my head. They give me so many options and then I end up just using brown anyway, or my bronzer as an eyeshadow. So I thought these were perfect, especially to take on the go. I got them in 2 shades. I got them in the shade Mocha Spritz and Spiked Ginger. So I can either use one of these, or, drumroll please, I can use Miss Pat McGrath over here. I know, I finally did it. I bought myself Pat McGrath palette and I have never been so happy and so excited. This is one of her newer palettes that came out, I believe. This is called, I don't even know what this is called. I don't know what this is called, but anyway, if you guys have never heard of Pat McGrath, I obviously can't speak for myself unless I use this today, but apparently her eyeshadows are amazing. They're definitely a little pretty penny, but apparently they're worth it. So we're gonna see, this packaging is literally stunning, and I did of course have to get it in the limited edition pink color. I know most of her eyeshadow palettes are usually a black plastic, but I had to get the pink. Of course I did. So these are called the Mothership palettes, but I don't know like what this palette is called. Like I don't know where it says it on here either. Whatever, regardless, this is the one I got. Like, this palette is so pretty, like literally, can you see it? It's so pretty. Like, I especially got this palette for this color right here. And this, oh my god, this color just looks like such a sunset, like such a pretty sunset. So I think I'm gonna use this palette today. I might use maybe one of these too, just because this palette has a lot of shimmer shades more than it has matte shades in it. And there's matte shades in these. There's also shimmers in these too, but I think this first one right here is a matte. So I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna use them both. So I'm gonna go in first with the Kaja Spiked Ginger Trio, and I'm gonna use the first shade in that. So now that I've warmed up the eye a little bit with some shadow, I'm gonna go in to this shade right here. This is the shade Sable Bronze. No, it's not. Valoria. Valoria? Valoria? Valoria. Valoria. This shade right here. Alright, next I'm going to take a smaller brush and then go in with the dark brown in the palette. This is in the shade, what is this? Extreme Mahogany. These eyeshadows are blending so nicely, like really easy. I'm gonna go into the Mocha Spritz Kaja eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go into this really dark brown and take it on a very defined kind of flat top brush. And I'm just gonna try to line my top eyelid with this. From here though, I am going to go in with that sunset looking color. This is like a duochrome between like an orange and like a pink. It's really pretty, like an orange, a yellow, and a pink. It's super gorgeous. So I'm gonna take that on a flat top brush. Not that I even think I need to wet this, but I'm gonna wet my brush and dip right into that shadow. I'm just gonna put it on my lids. Well, it's showing up with the brush, but I'm already impatient and I'm gonna use my finger instead. Dip into this shade, it's just called Iridescent Pink, which is exactly what it is. And I'm just gonna pop that like right on top, right in the middle. And last, I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Refined Gold, and I'm just gonna pop that in to my inner corners. On mascara, and I'll be, you know what, I'm not gonna be back. I'm gonna sit here and talk to you guys about mascara. I have been on such a hunt for a good mascara. Now, my mascaras need to be waterproof because my eyelashes naturally grow straight, and even though I do take the time to perm them, I still obviously curl them, and I still just feel the need to use a waterproof mascara. Also, because I just like the fact that it doesn't run. So my question to you guys is, if you have any recommendations for a higher end waterproof mascara that is really good, please let me know. I've really been on the hunt. I've been using this, I think this is L'Oreal. It's the Luminous Superstar X Fiber Mascara. I've been using this mascara for a minute and I do really like it, but at the same time I'm also just getting bored of using the same thing. Alright, so I'm done with that. I'm finally going to wipe this off down here. If you guys don't know what that does, I don't know if you can tell, but it does make a nice sharper line. It really cleans up the look of your bronzer. That I was talking about putting on my eyes that I said I was going to save for a later video was actually these Anastasia Beverly Hills cake liners. I got both of these shades and my niece decided to dip her finger into that one, but we won't talk about that. But yeah, I got both of the shades. These are the two trios and I'm really excited to use these. These are water activated liners and they're also like black light activated too, so some of the colors in here actually show up under black light, which I think is really cool. Not that I'd ever use that, but I thought I needed colorful eyeliners in my collection and I thought this was kind of just an easy way just to buy them like this and go about it. So I might play with these soon, so stay tuned for a look with these. Empty, and I'm wondering why, and it's because I literally don't have any blush on. So when I picked up the Fenty Beauty Cream bronzers, I also picked up her cream blushes. I picked up two of them. Yes, these are extremely tiny, especially compared to the bronzer. This isn't the cream bronzer, but this is the powder bronzer and they're literally the same size. So you can see this is tiny, but like I said, I don't wear cream products all the time, so I don't really mind the size of them. Like, I know this is still probably going to last me a hot minute. The two colors that I got were Fuego Flush and Petal Poppin'. So I actually think I'm gonna go in with the Petal Popping one today. I've used these before on top of powder and they really do look fine. I might actually end up setting it with a powder blush anyway, but I did want to show you guys how these look on top of powder. Of course, my favorite, you need to put blush on your nose. I swear if you're not doing it, you're missing out. I don't think I'm gonna bother to put powder blush on top of it, but what I am gonna go in next is with a highlighter. I don't have a new highlighter, but I have been going back to my Jaclyn Hill Moonlight powder. I really haven't used this that many times. I've used her Flash palette more than anything, which I don't know why, because I'm not that much of a bright highlighter type of person. I'm more of a natural looking kind of highlighter. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I like a bright highlight every once in a while, but not the majority of the time. And this kind of just really gives you a glow from within type of look. It's nothing that's like too bright. last for lips, I have nothing new for lips. I don't think so. No, I don't. So I am going to go in with my same combination of Miss Kylie Jenner coconut lip liner. I've gone through, I don't even know how many of these at this point, but I know it's been a lot. I think it's been 4 or 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with that. So here I'm gonna go in with MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love. And then I'm gonna go in with a gloss. I'm gonna use one of these Buxom lip glosses, and this is in the shade Bellini. Alright guys, so I think that is the end of the makeup portion to this video. I did pick up a couple other things that I wanted to mention to you guys. One of the other things that I picked up makeup wise was I finally got myself a Graftobian palette. I'm really excited to use this and test it out, especially for when I have clients and I do makeup on my other sissies and my other girls here. So I'm really excited to try this guy out. I also picked up a couple of things for my hair. My hair is truly getting really long. My hair is super thick. It's very coarse at the same time, and when it's humid it gets frizzy, just like many other girls would know. Picked up this Crybaby Anti-Frizz Smoothing Serum from IGK, and I put it on my hair today after it air dried. I never blow dry my hair just because my hair being as coarse and thick as it is, I just think it's already so prone to damage, especially since I was blonde not too long ago. So I barely ever put heat to my hair, especially I never blow dry it more than anything. So after it air dries, especially when it's really hot out, it gets super frizzy. So I thought this would be something really cool to try, and I had it in my hair today, and truly it tamed my frizz really fast, really quick. I leave for the beach tomorrow, so I'm really excited to see how this stuff actually works at the beach when my hair is the frizziest the most. I also ended up getting IGK's beach texture spray. I don't really know why I bought that. I ended up getting the mini size of it just because I don't really know if texture sprays are for naturally straight hair. I figured I could figure it out. I just wanted to add another step into my hair routine, so I decided to pick that one up too. But let me know how you guys use texture sprays, because I really have no idea. If anything, I'm such a newbie to hair. I don't ever know how to do my hair. I'm really bad at hair, if anything. So yeah, let me know how you guys use texture sprays, and if there's one that's really good for straight hair, then let me know in the comments below. Now, skincare wise, I have been going so crazy since quarantine started about skincare. I love skincare more than ever right now. So there's 2 things that I really want to mention for you guys that I have truly been enjoying. First things first is, I'm sure the obvious at this point, it is the Ordinary AHA and BHA peeling mask. Guys, this stuff is so good, and literally for $7 I'm shook at what this does to my skin. The difference that I see when I use it is truly insane. Now, I will say I don't really think I'm the best candidate to be using this, just because for the most part my skin is pretty clear. It's not anything that's too crazy. It's pretty, I think, right on the line of just being normal, and if anything, I'm more normal to dry. I don't really think my skin is sensitive at all, but I can only imagine how good this works on acne prone skin or oily skin or skin that's just always really congested. The biggest place that I see a difference with this product though is on my nose. I do get blackheads on my nose, just like probably 95% of us, and literally the day after, like, I'll always use this at night, and the next morning they're just gone. Like, this stuff really pulls all of the dirt and impurities out of your skin and exfoliates your face really nicely. But I will say, holy baloney, does this thing burn. Oh my god, I don't know if it's I'm being too sensitive, or like I said, maybe it's just not for my normal type skin, but this stuff, it burns, and I can really only have it on for about 6 to 7 minutes. The maximum you're supposed to have this on is for 10 minutes. So I do kind of make it close to the end, but I really just need to wash this stuff off, usually at like the 7-minute mark. So yeah, even if you have the oiliest, crustiest skin, do not be using this every single day, because this is a chemical exfoliant and there is no need for your skin to be exfoliated and scrubbed, especially with such a high percent of an AHA and BHA solution. Don't use it every single day. You are just ruining your skin. But if you're using this right, and I know so many people have been using this at this point, it's really so good. Last off, I want to talk to you guys about this honey mask. This is from the brand I'm From. So this is their honey mask. It's made up of 38% honey, and guys, this stuff is so good, especially if you have drier skin. I use this not every night, but I'll use it probably about a good 2 to 3 times a week. And I'll do it at night, and I'll just take it off, and it does leave behind kind of like an oily residue on your skin, but I don't say oily in like a bad way. It really just leaves your skin feeling so moisturized. So I really like the ingredients in this list and in this mask, and I would definitely suggest that you guys try it, especially if you have dry skin. Serious, I think my chain has been backwards this entire time. Well, now that I fixed that at the end of the video, that is it for today. By the way, this chain, also got it during quarantine. If you guys also want to see, I don't know if I'd ever do it, but maybe I will if you guys pressure me, if you guys care enough, like clothing wise and accessory wise, what I've gotten during quarantine, I would so do that too, because that might even be a bigger list than what I have going on for makeup. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you for staying tuned with me. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Like always, if there's anything that you guys recommend to me that you want me to try, I'll definitely consider it. Or videos that you guys want me to post. I know I'm not the best poster on here, but I do try to post as much as I can on Instagram more than anything. I like Instagram more than anything because it's so quick, it's easy, and if anything, I'm more active on my stories over there. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, I love you, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.